Redshift here, doing my part to shift perceptions out of the pink and into the red. Men are naturally conservative. Women are naturally liberal. So letting women vote incentivizes more men to vote liberal, because those men become soy boy, male feminist, friend zone pussies. Those men join liberal groups and imbibe liberal dogma to be around women, and so these men parrot the liberal ideas and totally swallow it, because deep down these men think that it will get them female approval. So the very fact that women are naturally liberal, and that women vote, and that women vote for big government and for socialist programs and gun bans, women incentivize liberalism in a certain percentage of the male population too. So not only are women voting, and not only are there more women than men in America and elsewhere, but women are also naturally pussifying men, just by virtue of those women having that power to vote and to participate in society in that way, along with all the liberal feminist propaganda, right, that pussifies men. So that actually makes it much harder for the rational conservative masculine men to actually take control of society through voting and even through culture, because the sex drive is incredibly powerful, and no amount of rational arguments are going to convince blue pill idiots who have been fed a steady diet of propaganda ever since they could watch TV, and who have had female friends much of their lives and have had a bad male role model or no male role model growing up. There's no way these simps are going to be convinced by mere rational argument to not unconsciously follow their biological instinct to get laid by following the only course their instincts know, which is to get female approval by becoming a liberal-leaning guy who thinks like women think, especially when it comes to politics, but when it comes to other things as well, such as, what to eat, what clothes to wear, etc. The sex drive is stronger than logic. We cannot fix those men by educating them on Austrian economics, on the importance of limited money supply, on the importance of being masculine in order to get female approval, on any of that stuff. We cannot fix them by being rational with them. We have to attack their emotions, and we have to, more importantly, set a good example for all the men who still have self-respect, who can still convert themselves to the truth once they encounter it, and spend some time exploring it. Even those men who have self-respect and are intelligent, or, average intelligence, even those men who are amenable to truth, right? Even those men, it's going to take some time once they encounter the truth for them to start to, crack down their own biases, so that they can start to explore the truth a little bit and maybe start to accept it. You see, we can shame the incorrigible simps, and that will help, much more than being logical and rational with them will. But the best way to make those blue pill pussies the best way to make those blue pill pussies into men for the first time in their lives is to actually convert other men to MGTOW, because the more men who go MGTOW, the more women will pay attention and will start to emulate MGTOW, claiming that to be WGTOW, or claiming that MGTOW is a good thing, but it shouldn't be so toxic, etc. Some women even proposing to give up the right to vote, proposing that women should not work, etc. Admitting that they want a man to rule them with an iron fist, etc. Once women start saying these things, then the blue pill liberal simp manginas will all start to wake up, and will take women's cue, and will start to realize the truth, and will then start to adopt MGTOW ideas as well, if only to get women to respect them and desire them. They won't want to be the last ones fleeing the sinking ship of liberalism and feminism. You see? So that's how we convert these blue pill manginas into real men. So this principle of how we turn women this principle of how women turn men into pussies just by having power and by having the right to vote is reason enough why we have to take the right to vote away from women, and why we have to, or maybe not, us take the right away, but, as a society we have to take the right to vote away from women. And we can do this by going MGTOW en masse, and thereby forcing women to voluntarily offer to lose the right to vote, to have their right to vote taken away from them, or voluntarily choose to, as a whole, not vote voluntarily. Either way, right? And this is also why we have to, furthermore, take other rights away from women as well. We have to do this. We have to make sure that women only speak when spoken to. We have to make sure that the lowest status man in society has more status than the highest status woman. This is the only way society is going to work. We have to make even the low status men, the men of low IQs and little money, we have to make even those men have more status than the highest status women. Because if we don't, then these men are still going to be rejected by women. They're going to cause massive chaos in society. Women will still, determine society. Will still be gynocentric. We have to put all men above all women, or else it's just not going to work. We have to make sure that women cannot earn money also, or that they voluntarily choose not to en masse. And if they do, and preferably that they're not even allowed to earn money. That would be definitely preferable. And if they do earn money, then their money goes to their husband, who will use it more wisely than she would, at least in most cases, right? We have to take women's right to hold any kind of political office away from them, assuming that we have government at that point, which I hope we don't, but if we do, then it's critical that only males be able to hold public office. This has been Redshift. I hope you got something out of this video. And if you did, then fantastic. Tell someone about this MGTOW channel. And if you didn't, then I don't know, go watch some of my older videos that you might like better. Peace trucks.